Hi guys, welcome to Donington. This is my favourite track. As you remember from last year, we were a little bit down on power, so we were looking forward to this weekend because we found that power now and we just wanted to get some good battles. So this morning we went out in practice and we've just fitted new brake pads because we didn't want a repeat of last year where you press the brakes and you just go straight on.
To be fair, that happened to me, not you.
That is true, but it happened here.
It happened here, so we're just like, right, we'll fit a new set of pads, so we've done that.
So we did that, so we hadn't had time to test the car anywhere, so we were just basically bedding the brakes in during practice. That was okay, so Stephen told me to go out, do sort of like 70% braking, come back in.
I think I said 50% braking. You were doing 70%, he didn't listen to me, as always.
Shut up. Anyway, so came back in after an out lap and one lap. And so Stephen was like we were letting them gas off, you were checking tyre pressures, you were checking the bolts on the wheels were all still on because obviously we'd had the wheels off to do stuff on the car. So then went back out and I managed to get in some decent laps. I wasn't really pushing it because, like I say, I was just trying to get used to the new brake pads, getting them sorted. But remember the track as well because I've not been here since last year, so it's been a while for us. And then went out into qualifying. It was near the front, so there wasn't like many people to actually, be around, which was fine. And all the front runners were like off in the head in the distance. So I was just kind of getting my times in. But then we were playing with tyre pressures because these tyres, these new Toyos compared to last year's Durezas, they're not as good. Everybody in the paddock is saying that their window is so small, so they come on probably a little bit quicker maybe, but then they go over. Like you get one really good lap in them, and then they're over.
It's all about tyre management and
yeah.
So yeah, I've been trying to
change the pressures. And
yeah, but also I've been trying to talk Emma into, especially in qualifying, like do a bit of tyre management, like do a fast lap, back off a bit, do another fast lap. It's hard. She just wants to do fast lap after fast lap.
Yeah, and plus I love this track. Yeah. And also I remembered what you'd said when I was out in practice or quali, and I was just like, but I think they're about to throw the checkered flag. So if I do a slow lap and they throw the checkered flag, then I haven't got a fast lap in. So I just need to keep doing another fast lap.
I did on when you cross the line to go for your final lap, your last lap. I did lean over the pit wall and like say one and go.
I did not see
that was international signal for one and go. That's what I did.
I didn't see you. Sorry.
Because we don't have a pit board. Because she doesn't look.
But to be honest, I have like other people's pit boards. Like, Donny's quite a wide track, you can't even read them. Like, I was thinking that as I was coming down past the pit lane. The writing is so small, you can't read them.
Okay.
Like, and I don't need glasses. Anyway, we ramble, I apologise. So the race one, I was like quite happy that it was all fine. We're in a pack of girls, which was quite nice. So everybody's racing this weekend. Freya's back. It was me, Lauren, Sophie and Freya. We were all kind of near each other during where we were situated.
Well, you all qualified around each other, so it's a group of 4 girls just around
so
each other.
That was
pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. So yeah, really looking forward to race one.
Indeed, I think it was a little bit more than that. So we've got Emma here as well. Let's just jump in, have a quick chat with Emma. She's on a phone now, she's watching the live stream right now. You're not really, are you, Emma? But how are we feeling ahead of this one?
Yeah, not too bad. Hopefully it goes all right. Just need to make sure my brake-in's in the right place and my gear changes are good because I missed a few gears in qualifying, but it is what it is.
Where does Donington Park rank for you in all of the UK circuits?
Number 1. It's my favourite track.
Yeah. Fantastic. Emma, thanks so much for talking to us. Best of luck out there. Really do appreciate it.
We got a great start off the line again. Unfortunately, the other bad boy tuning car, Matt, had his gear jumped out on the line or something like that. So he was right in front of me, so I went round him. And then into turn 1, I think we were like 3 abreast going into...
You were 3 abreast, and there was the 2 behind you. So there's like 5 people trying to get optimum space for Redgate.
Yeah, and then there was 2 in front of us, and then they overslowed a little bit, so which caused me to slow a little bit, and then one of the cars went into the back of me. And then I got spun out and I didn't really know what was going on at that point, and then the damn engine wouldn't restart, so I'm like on the grass trying to get, and I'm like, the car feels fine. So then I come off, I go back down Craners, the car feels okay. It's making a little bit of scraping noises, but I figured, you know, some panels have been damaged, whatever. So then I'm going around and then I see Freya, like her bonnet's up, and I'm like, okay, I guess, because she was behind me in quali, so I guess...
No, she was in front of you in quali, but you got a better start off the line.
Okay, obviously, because like we all had to kind of move because there was a car stopped on the start line. So yeah, turn 1 was always just carnage. Unfortunately, I got caught in the middle of it this time. And yeah, so just again, I was just right at the back. I lapped one of the Coopers a couple of times. So yeah, I was just out on my own, which I hate, and I just want a battle at Donny, because that's when I drive the best, is when I'm in a battle. But I never got that, but I still was really consistent. I managed to get decent times, and I got my fastest lap during quali, which was good. But I know the car and I have more in it. It's just we need to find that time.
Yeah, it's extracting it, and not necessarily from the car, it's from the tyres.
Yeah, there's a lot of tyre management. Like others in the paddock have said that they've tried different things with suspension setup, and it doesn't help. Like we were just trying different pressures today, and
I've got ideas in my head. I could go drastic and disconnect the front anti-roll bar, which would kind of stop a bit of understeer, but then it's such a drastic change.
And I like the way the car handles right now, so I don't want it to change.
Maybe the change would be to fit a Cooper front anti-roll bar, because they're a bit smaller.
I don't know.
But obviously I don't have one here. I can't. No. It's not a thing you can do in 5 minutes. That's quite a big job to do that to the front anti-roll bar.
Yeah. So like,
yeah, there's not a lot we can do setup wise.
So I think we'll just probably keep the pressures the same we had them in race one. Well, to be honest, tomorrow is forecast to be hotter.
Forecast to be hotter, so we might actually drop them down.
See what happens. We'll just keep an eye on the pressures.
Yeah.
And hopefully, like I say, my starts have definitely improved, which is good. But we just need to keep away from turn 1 skirmishes, and fingers crossed all goes well tomorrow.
Engines are in, the green flag is waved on the left hand side of your screen. It means the timing's going to go on, and without further ado, for the first time this weekend for our Club Sport Mini Challenge Championship, it is going to be lights out and away we go as our drivers roar away and make their way down towards turn number 1. And as they do so, everyone getting safely away. A bit of a slow start for one of the drivers towards the back of the field, eyes at the very front. It looks as though everybody's been able to get safely away as they roar the way into Redgate corner, and it's going to be plenty of 2 wides there as we look at them. Oh, goodness me, somebody being turned already, pointing around, and a bit of evasive action there taken from one of their co-colleagues further down the order, but everyone's...
Alright, our dinner's ready, so we're going to have that now.
Oh, we're finally going to have dinner?
Yeah, we are. It's like,
We've been waiting for this for about an hour.
Yeah. So hopefully, fingers crossed, better day tomorrow, and we'll catch you then. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Hi, guys. So you join us at our campsite after the day of race 2. Today definitely did not go as planned. So race 2 was okay. I got a good start, and then there was a bit of a skirmish after turn 1. Luckily I wasn't involved in this skirmish this time.
Absolutely boiling hot in those cockpits. And it's lights out and away we go, ladies and gentlemen, for the Mini Clubsport Challenge with AirTech Motorsport. Race number 2 here, round 11 of the championship as they roar away. A brilliant start there from none other than Stephen Berry as they make the way into turn 1. But meanwhile, in the midfield, it's going to get very tasty there between a multi-hour drive. 3 wide in the midst of it all through Redgate corner. We can see everyone safely on through. And as they now make the way on the approach in towards the crane. Oh my goodness. And that is a huge shunt to the tyre barrier there. Can't quite discern who it is, but
However, then immediately after this, there was sort of like battling between a lot of cars. I lost a few places. Unfortunately, I lost a place to a Cooper. And then after we'd come round Coppice, I overtook him. And then I immediately saw the safety card flag, green light board, whatever it's called. So I gave him the place back. And then we followed the safety car for I don't know how many laps, quite a few.
It was like 3 or 4 laps. It's quite a long time. By the time the safety car came in, there was only like 6 or 7 minutes left to go on the clock. So like half the race time was taken up on the safety car, which is
quite a lot.
Which is a shame, but at least the guy that was involved, it was Lee Campbell that was involved in the skirmish. So
and he was okay, and he actually managed to repair the car for the next race.
So that was really good.
But anyway, so one of the rules has been under safety cars, you're not allowed to overtake, hence why I gave the place back. And another one is once the safety car goes into the pit lane, you're not allowed to overtake the car in front of you until you have both passed the start line. So I knew this. So obviously everyone starts to speed up as the safety car, we all knew the safety car was about to go in because we saw that Lee had been pulled back off the track, and everyone starts to speed up past the last chicane, and I'm just kind of sitting level with this Cooper waiting for us to pass the start line so I can actually take him. But at this point, all the S's in front of us have obviously a lot more power and have disappeared essentially around Redgate. So I got past him, and then he fights me into turn 1 for some reason, I'm not really sure why. And that again loses me more time because it pushes me into a tighter line rather than being on the line. And I get past him because obviously I've got the quicker car, and just going down, what's it called, Craners, and I can see just the S's far away in front of me, and I'm like, this is really frustrating. So I try to catch up as best I can. But again, like we said, there's only about 6 minutes left of the race at this point.
Yeah,
so
Emma's lapping at the same pace as the 3 or 4 cars that are in front of her, but they're 10 seconds up the road.
Yeah, because we'd lost all the time coming off the start
even though
line.
she's lapping at the same pace,
you're never going to catch them.
Still, even if she lapped 2 seconds a lap quicker, it would still be a hard thing to try and get back with only 6 minutes to go. So
so that was a frustrating race too, because I drive better, I race better when I'm in the pack, you know, battling people. Just driving around on your own, it's a bit boring, and you know, I'm essentially just racing the time on the Garmin, so it is what it is. But we came home in one piece. Anyway, so as the day went on, we had race 3 later on this afternoon, and all the weather forecasts were saying it was going to be absolutely scorching for that, and it was correct. It was. So most of the day we were just trying to stay out of the sun. The car didn't need any work after race 2, so we were just topping up fluids, checking everything was fine, and it was. So went out for race 2. I think it was about 25 degrees sitting in assembly, which was just almost unbearable in a race suit for me, because I don't like, well, I like the heat, just obviously not in a race suit and in a race car. Any inkling what's happening? Any inkling what's happening? This is horrible.
I know it is. The guy getting ready for like a 1 minute board or something.
Actually, yeah, standing there helps to keep the sun off him. Standing there helps to keep the sun off his arm. Thank you. So obviously the trucks were out before us, and one of the reasons they left a huge gap in time is so they could actually clean the track, which we really appreciated, so really thanks to the marshals for this. They were really sweeping the track after the trucks for us, so there was not as much gravel as there had been in race 1 the day before. So that was really good. It did, however, mean that we were sitting in assembly for quite a while in the heat, in the hot cars.
Yeah, and they got you to, they put you in the car about 2 or 3 minutes before you actually got going.
Yeah.
And the car is sitting there, so we've still got obviously all the temperature stuff displayed on the dash. The car's saying it's 30 degrees.
Yeah.
Must have felt a lot hotter in the car, and obviously Emma's
Fully
full
suited up,
race suited
helmet,
up.
etc.
Everything's black, and it's just
Yeah. So anyway, we go around from assembly and we sit waiting for the green flag lap, and at this point the car's actually saying 31 degrees. So I'm like, yeah, this is hot, but fine. So the green flag lap is okay, there's no issues, as there shouldn't be, because you're behind, you're just going round once and then you're coming back in and you're about to start. So they didn't hold us for too long on the start line, which again appreciated with the heat. So we got off to a reasonable start, and then what happened? I can't even remember.
I think you lost a couple of places at the start.
Yeah.
But then you started catching back up again.
Yeah, we caught back up again by
McLean's,
going up McLean's
and Coppice, and then at Coppice.
Yeah, I was just driving as I would, catching up, and I can brake quite hard there because we've got decent brakes, and I braked, and then the car felt weird, and it ran me wide, and it felt like I had a flat almost, and the next thing, and I was obviously trying to steer as far away from the gravel as I could, but then it suddenly just dropped into the gravel and dug in, and then I saw my wheel take off ahead of me and just fly off in the distance and hit the barrier. Thankfully it didn't hit any marshals, which I'm really glad of.
Quite seem to find a way on through. Can what is there Heatley versus Ringer as they head in towards the next couple of corners. We are looking there at the C-Class that continues to battle hard in this 15-minute race, and what you can see already is we've got a run wide there. Oh goodness me, is that a tyre missing from one of our minis a bit further back? I think it is. Number 27 I think has had a wheel come completely loose, and that is the mini of the number 27, and that is heartbreaking. The S53 class for none other than Dawson, Emma Dawson, whose race has come to an abrupt halt. And you can see their look on the right of your screen where Dawson is running, thankfully out of the car, which is great to see, and has found the tyre in the wheel and has managed to pick it up and move it off the circuit, helping our marshals there. That's very kind of Emma to do so. But most importantly, first and foremost, very happy to see that Emma is out of the car, all A-OK.
So the front passenger wheel decided it didn't want to be attached to the car anymore.
Left the chat completely.
Yeah, wheel left the chat.
So I've not actually seen our footage of that at all.
No.
From what I can remember, it definitely got quite a lot of air, as in, up in the air.
We don't know why. I mean, I'm quite, what's the word?
Fussy about checking bolts.
Yeah.
Especially after some issues we've had in the past. So.
But yeah, I'm constantly checking wheel torques. Yeah, and I always torque them to the same level. We have the wheels on and off quite a lot. and every time they go back on they get torqued to the same level, so they're never sitting like untorqued or like uneven or
And I think you
whatever.
said between race 2 and 3 he checked them like 3 times.
I checked them like 3 times, so obviously as the car heats up and cools,
Things loosen,
expansion of metals and all that kind of stuff.
Did you forget to do the wheel bolts up, Stephen?
No.
What the fuck?
I've torqued them 3 times. They sheared the fucking studs.
How?
Don't know.
I'm rolling this entire time. Oh, there's fucking gravel in the brake disc.
Sorry.
There's gravel in the brake disc.
Yeah. Transponder's still on though. No, I thought you'd ripped it out.
I just saw the wheel flying out. Which way do you...
If you go back a bit.
Thank you so much.
Where's that video going?
YouTube?
YouTube?
I just nixed out of the car. It's our channel. What's your name?
Wolftrax Racing.
What's your name? I'll thank you.
Martin.
Martin, thank you so much.
With a Y as well.
Okay.
A lot of people do the live.
So Martyn?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, thank you. And thank you for being gentle with it.
No, you're welcome. There's no point causing more damage.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't overtighten them. Like, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, all 4 studs are just sheared, just clean off.
So I was really worried about the car because all we could see from where I was, from the marshal's point of view, they couldn't see that at that point that the car had 3 wheels. Only, so I was sitting the marshals next to me. I was like, please tell me they're not just going to drag that because that's going to just damage the car. Luckily, obviously, they realised and picked it up and dragged it by its rear wheels. Like they pulled it by the front bump toe straps.
You'll see, I'll put it in the footage, but yeah, you'll see they pick up at the front and just basically drag it like a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, so, but then for some reason one of the back wheels was stuck on.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know why that is. It's free now, I don't know.
And it was stuck in gear when so it was still running when I went into the gravel. I just cut it off. But I couldn't get it out of gear. I don't know why it was stuck in gear. But
it's because I think the hub had just locked up, just with everything moving. The hub had just locked up, so I think the diff wasn't allowing enough movement to actually get it out of gear. Once everything was back together, it went through the gears fine. So
that's good.
But yeah, so we eventually got the car back, thanks to, who's it, Martin?
Martin, yeah, thanks so much to him because we had to wait on a flatbed, obviously. So he came around, and obviously at this point we're near the end of the day. It's the truck festival, and everyone's trying to leave.
Yeah, it's so busy. Donington Truck Festival, like, it's a good festival. Go to it, but yeah, it's so busy.
But yeah, so he took a little while to get to us because the roads around the whole of Donington, not like inner Donington as well, not the public roads, but the roads around Donington Park itself were really busy. So like I was like, how are we going to get back? Because I could see the queue of trucks outside trying to leave. We went around one of the inner roads, thankfully, and we did get back to the paddock. And like they were really great with the car. Like obviously we can't open the windows because they're perspex, and they couldn't attach it to the wheels, which is where they usually like flat lift the car. So they attached it to the what's it called? Oh my God,
roll cage.
Words. Yeah, roll cage. But my windows don't open because they're perspex, so they had to open the doors. They picked it up at first, and it was nose heavy, so they put it down and reattached them, and it was perfect then. It was perfectly level. They put it on the flatbed, and it obviously they can't just leave the brakes hanging, so they thankfully put them on a block, which I really appreciated it, so it's not damaged our brakes. And yeah, he was just really sound, so thanks so much to Martin and all the marshals, because I didn't get their name, but one of the marshals handed me a bottle of water, and I was really appreciative of that, because yeah, I was gasping for a drink, because it was, like I say, it was so hot. Yeah, so thank you very much to all the marshals, like we really did appreciate that. But yeah, so disappointing day at Donington again today, unfortunately. Not the weekend we wanted, because I love that track. And
yeah, luckily it's not done too much damage to the car. I managed to get all the studs out the hub. So yeah, that's why I don't. It obviously wasn't over tightening. I don't know if it's just.
we think it could have been heat, like I say, it was It's the wheel and the side of the car that gets the most braking, I suppose.
Yeah, that's the wheel that always gets the most punishment, because most tracks are clockwise tracks,
So
and that is the wheel that gets the most punishment. So I don't know why.
and like I say, we were seeing inside car temperatures of 31 degrees, and the brakes, how God knows how much hot they got.
Yeah, but
So-
like those studs have been in the car for 2 years, and it has seen a lot of impacts, and so maybe we should just change the studs.
But
every
that's
year.
hindsight, you know.
Yeah, I don't know, but we'll put a whole new set on the car now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Got it? Yeah.
Is that not hot, Richard?
Yeah.
Do you want gloves?
Not that long.
How are you getting them out?
New hub.
Yeah, but how are we getting on the trailer?
Pass.
So-
As well as a new hub and everything, there'll be a few new parts getting thrown at it.
So yeah, that's the end of our weekend. It's really nice down here. We're at our usual campsite, which we love. So next videos you'll see will be Stephen fixing the car once again. And we'll be back out for Croft
No, I'm
for
not
sure.
fixing it, you're fixing it, you broke it.
I didn't break it. The heat broke it. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching guys. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.